Hey, what's up everybody? So I know in the last video I mentioned that I wanted to start posting YouTube videos more consistently, and then I immediately went on a hiatus and haven't posted a video since the first one. To be fair, it has been a busy couple of months. First, Jaden and I got a puppy, and then we moved out to Austin, Texas. So there has been a lot going on, but still no excuses there. And new year, new me. So this year I really want to stick to my goal of posting content more regularly. So starting with this video, I plan to try to post every 2 to 3 weeks and maintain that throughout this year. So for today's video, I wanted to answer the second most common question that I get being vegan, and that is, what do I eat in a day? A lot of people are really curious about my diet and how I'm getting enough protein, enough fats, carbs, enough calories to keep up my weight and to keep muscle mass. So I really wanted to address that in this video and hopefully inspire you to try out a couple plant-based meals and mix up some of the meals that you're eating throughout the day. Alrighty, so starting here with breakfast, I eat oats pretty consistently, at least every day of the work week, and you'll see me measure out a cup of them here. Other than that, you won't really see me measure or track anything. I eat pretty intuitively, so as my goals change, I'll just increase or decrease certain foods that I'm eating. And that kind of comes from, in the past, I used to track a good bit, so I have a pretty good understanding of how many calories I'm intaking each day and what I want to change to, reach my goals. Here I'll just throw in a glob of peanut butter, depending on the morning. Same with the blueberries. I mix up the amount, really just depends how I'm feeling at the time. If it's earlier, I'll typically put a little less. If it's later when I'm really hungry, I'll put a little bit more. And I like the frozen blueberries because they don't go bad as quickly, and I'll just pop them in the microwave to defrost them a little bit and melt the peanut butter. And then I'll make my protein shake. So I use that as the liquid for the oats. An Orgain protein powder with the peanut butter flavor. By far my favorite protein powder, even between whey and vegan protein powders. Really delicious and a good texture. Then we go here, I add some ground flax so that I can get some healthy omega-3 and omega-6s. And then on top of that, I just throw in some peanuts, whether that's mixed nuts or whatever I have in there. Right now is peanuts. But add the protein powder in, give it a quick stir, and then that is the oats right there. Delicious. Alrighty, so for lunch today, I don't have that much time, so I'm gonna do something pretty simple and quick. We got a potato that's gonna become a baked potato via the microwave, some black beans, some tempeh, gotta get the protein in, and then some vegetables, broccoli and green beans today. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to cook on the stovetop a lot with fresh garlic, fresh onion, fresh vegetables, and then we got an air fryer, and that honestly changed the game. It's kind of become throw whatever in the air fryer and just let that do the work while we do other things. But for dinner, I'll cook on the stovetop just to show that I somewhat know how to cook a little bit. But for now, we'll just keep it pretty simple. So for the tempeh, I like to cut it into little squares, let it get crisped up in the air fryer a couple minutes before I add anything else. I like to add in the vegetables a little bit after the tofu or the tempeh in the air fryer because they take a little bit less time to cook. So for here, I let the tempeh get crisped up a little bit before adding in the broccoli and the green beans so that they all finish at around the same time. After 6 minutes in the microwave, the potato is now officially a baked potato. The microwave is a great way to make the potato. If you don't have 40 minutes to wait for it in the oven, it's a much simpler way to get it to be a baked potato. And then I just like to dice it up a little bit like this so I don't have to have a knife with me when I'm eating off the plate. I can just use my spoon to kind of break it apart with each bite. And then just throw it on the plate and season it up a little bit, and there you go. Back to the tempeh and vegetables. I ended up throwing a little bit of barbecue sauce on it. You gotta have the sauce. Alright, so I went ahead and portioned some out for Jaden so she can have that when she gets home from school. And now I'll add the black beans because she doesn't really like beans as much as I do. Like I said, if you don't have an air fryer, I highly suggest it. It's freaking awesome. But I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it all on the potato and just kind of eat it like that. The final product is looking fantastic. I can tell you it was really good. All right, so I just finished work and just a quick little snack before the gym. Got 2 mini cinnamon raisin bagels with peanut butter and cinnamon, and then a little bit of apple. Alrighty, back in the kitchen for the final meal, dinner time. We just got back from the gym. I hit chest and triceps, and Jaden hit legs. But tonight's gonna do some tofu And this is the best kind of tofu to get, the one that's vacuum sealed. For some reason it's the most dense, I guess, so it has the most amount of protein. We're gonna do some of that, some onion, some zucchini blend, zucchini, yellow zucchini, some broccoli, chickpeas, and then I was gonna put some soy sauce on it, and we got some rice cooking in the back. Whenever I cook rice, I cook like 2 or 3 cups of it, so that way I have it throughout like a whole week. I actually just ran out of rice, that's why I didn't have it at lunch, but we'll get things started here. Getting started here with the onion. Chef Gordon Ramsay style dicing. I should have probably sped this up to make myself look a little bit better, but here's my amateur knife work. And I will admit that actually recording this video, I cut my finger. Both times I used the knife, and I very rarely cut my finger, so I was quite disappointed. We got the tofu and onions frying up in this pan here. And I think that's the best way to do tofu, is just saute it with some fresh onion, garlic, season it up a little bit, and it will be delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and add the vegetables in this other pan so that everything cooks and finishes at the same time. Typically, like I said, I used to cook with fresh vegetables a lot, but frozen just is easier, not having to worry about anything going bad. Put in the zucchini, the broccoli, let that get going. There's the tofu and onions. Add in the soy sauce here. Gotta love the sound of that sizzle right there. Give it a quick mix. I went ahead and split up the vegetables and tofu into 2 meals, and then added chickpeas to the meal for dinner, and then added in a couple scoops of rice. Ultimately, 1/4 of a cup of rice cooked. And then there we have it, the final meal. I hope seeing what I eat in a day inspires you to give plant proteins a shot. Ultimately, diversifying your meals and switching out animal products for plant products a couple times a week provides benefit to the animals, the environment, and to your own health. Really a win-win-win situation. If you wanted to learn more about plant-based options or my experience being vegan, let me know down in the comments below, along with any other video suggestions you want to see me do. I'd really appreciate if you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel as I commit to my goal to post more content that hopefully provides value to anybody out there watching. But until next time, thanks again.